Hello everyone. So today we're gonna discuss about nodes and how to invest on a node and how to get a product on a particular node. Okay, so let's begin. First, press M. So as you can see over here, we are now looking at the BDO map, and you can see there are a lot of icons going on. Those are called nodes. Nodes are really specific location on the map of BDO. To make things simple and clear, we're gonna have a sample material that we need, and that will be chicken meat. All we have to do is to hire a worker, and then we have to have a town or city node with a storage. That is where all the product from the node that we'll be investing in will go. Okay, first things first, there are 5 different types of nodes, which is, if you look at the upper left on your map, you will see that there is a node search filter. So the first one is this one. So these are the connecting node like Imp Cave, Kron Castle. So what does it look like? It looks like this. Two arrows like that. So that's what you call a connecting node. And then mostly connecting node got a production node which you want to invest with, like that. And then the next type is the town. For example, Olvia. So the town node, you can also use it as a storage, but it is smaller than a city. So the icon looks like this. It's like 3 houses like that. We got the city, which is the bigger version of the town. These are called the main cities. So the icon looks like a castle of sorts. And then we got the gateway nodes, which is more like a connecting node, as you can see over here. It's like it connects 2 or more nodes. Then the next one, we got the trade nodes. Trade nodes are mostly actually farm, like this one, on FINTO farm. As you can see, this is the trade node is the FINTO farm. And then you got the production node, which is the chicken meat that we need, and also potato farming. The difference between the connection node and the trade node is the trade node also got the arrow, but there's it is encircled with another arrow like that. And lastly, we got the danger nodes, which looks like this. That's what the danger nodes looks like. So we can also gather materials on danger nodes. So that's what the danger nodes looks like. Okay, so how will you know what kind of things are you gonna get on a particular node, right? So click on the node, and you can see that there is a production node, which is gathering type. So you can get arrow mushroom and big arrow mushroom on Forest of Plunder, right? So that's one of the ways to know what you can gather on a particular node. Or you can go to websites which you can type in the material you want, and it will basically show you what nodes you can go to where you can gather that specific material. Okay, the next step is, once you know where is the node that you can gather the material, then it's time to actually hire a worker, because in order for you to gather AFK there needs to be a worker who will gather the produced goods like ores or mushrooms or timbers or whatever the node produces. Okay, so just for the purpose of this video, for example, you want to gather mushrooms, and we all know that there's mushrooms on Forest of Plunder. Click on the Forest of Plunder. Okay, and then invest contribution points. We need 1, so we got 25 left, so we can still invest. There you go. So as you can see, once you're invested in a node, you can see that the line connecting from Velia to Forest of Plunder is now color yellow. So basically you can see that you are invested if there's a yellow line connecting it, but if there's no yellow line connecting, like for example on the Goblin Cave, you're not connected to that, or you didn't invest on that node. Now that you're connected to Forest of Plunder, you can still not gather the mushrooms, because after investing on the node, you have to invest on the production node, which is this one. So yeah, you have to invest 2 times. So click on this one, invest contribution points, and it needs 1, so I still got contribution points, so I can still invest. So let's invest. There you go. Now in order for you to gather, you have to have a worker. Okay, so the question now is, how do we hire a worker, and what kind of worker do we need to hire, right? Every main town or city actually gives 1, okay, just 1 free worker. But if you want to get more workers, then here's what you gotta do.
Hello everyone, so basically I'm gonna discuss everything about the workers very brief. So first things first, on the upper right corner you see the find NPC, right? Click that one and then scroll down until you see the worker, and click that one and you will be navigated to the nearest worker. So basically this is the nearest one on Velia. It's Santo Manzi. So okay, all you need to do is to talk to Santo Manzi to hire a worker. But before doing that, we don't really need to actually, let's press M. You don't need to buy a lodging for a worker. Like every city or every town got 1 free lodging, but if you want to add more, that's the only time that you need to buy a lodging, because you only got 1 slot or 1 free slot. How do you actually buy a lodging for extra workers? Click on the town where you want all the goodies to go in. Click on the upper right and purchase for you, and then click on the lodging. So if you see the blue arrows over there, this is basically the lodgings where you can buy, where workers can rest. Click any of those and click on the usage list, because you can actually change of how you will use. So you can actually change how you will use it. So you have to click on the workers, and you have to invest contribution points in this, and you can actually level it up. So on level 1 you can hire 1, level 2 you can hire 2 more workers. So that's how easy it is to locate the lodging on each city or town. So if you only need 1 worker for 1 node, you don't really need to buy. Okay, you don't really need to buy any lodging stuff. But if you need 2 or more, then yeah, you have to do this and you have to buy. Okay, as what I told you, just click on the magnifying icon on the upper right and then click on the worker, and it will locate the nearest NPC where you can actually hire a worker. Okay, click R and then click contract workers. It costs 5 energy to hire a worker, so you can gain energy on exploring more places and expanding your knowledge. But if the thing about is in order for you to browse and continue browsing, you have to contribute another 5 energy and another 5 energy until you find the worker that you like. Basically it's RNG. So what you can do is to drink energy tonics, or you can go rest on the bed or any furnitures, so you can replenish your energy. Okay, so as you can see on here, just click enter for you to hire a worker. Now as you can see, we got a giant. This is a giant worker. Now you can actually view another or hire him for 1.5 silver. And the thing about this is that if you view another one, see that one, it will cost another energy. So make sure that you got some, I don't know, food or pots or tonics, so you can replenish your energy in case you got a really low energy. Okay, that's what you need to do. So there, before we continue this one, before you buy a worker, there are different kinds of workers which I will flash on screen. So you're probably asking yourself, what is the best worker for me? Well, it depends to your liking and needs. Like there are goblins, there are humans, giants, papus, fadus, and dwarf. And some of those are event, like you can get them on event. Some you actually hired, and some are, let me show you. You see the worker exchange over here? You can actually buy workers from other adventurers if ever they put on the worker. Okay, so like this one, someone is selling a professional giant worker, so you can buy it for 3 mil silver. Okay. So basically this is a good one because it's a professional. So I need to discuss, you can actually level up your workers or just RNG accumulate the levels of the worker that you have. So the lowest is from naive, basic, skilled, professional, which is this one, and then the artisan being the highest level. To give a little background about the workers, goblins are the fastest, but the stamina is not that high. Humans got an average stamina and speed with luck. Giants got a high stamina but low with speed. Papus are like goblins, which is fast but with low stamina. Thaddeus got a big stamina with average speed, and dwarves works fast but with low stamina. So given that, it's your choice what you want to pick on the following. As I told you, it's really RNG what you will get on the hire a worker viewing. But anyway, it's really RNG what you will see on the market and what you will see on the contract or hire worker thing. But just keep in mind about their strengths and weaknesses, and also it depends on the location. You can actually see Fadus in here, or you cannot. Papus and Fadus are not available on this location, so the workers also depends on like what locations you are in. Okay, so I'm also gonna flash on the screen the levels of workers. So the higher the level, the more efficient the worker is. And basically, you can level up your worker, or you can just buy it, or you can accumulate it randomly. But yeah, everything is still RNG. Again, this is a really brief discussion or information about workers. You can see what level or rank are there. Depends on the color. As you can see, the color of this one is green. It's basic. So if it's naive, it's white. Basic is green. Skilled is blue. Professional is yellow. And artisan, being the highest level, is orange. Okay, so basically that's how to hire a worker and how to distinguish what kind of worker that is. And yeah, and the next step is actually making the worker work on the node that you invested with. So let's go to the next step.
Okay, so now that you got that information about workers, we're gonna just try to now invest. For example, again, invest on the main node where your product is, and then second, invest on the production node because that is where really the main product is. Okay, so now that we invest in that earlier, all we have to do is to assign a worker. So like for example this one, click on the worker you want and then change, because as you can see he will only work one time. And basically a lot of us want to just work to the maximum quantity, so he can work 50,000 times. So press OK and then you just click start to work. So as you can see, like for example, we need that chicken meat on FINTO farm. We invest on FINTO farm and then we invest again on the chicken meat, and we need to change it to the maximum amount of time the worker can work, and then just press the start work. And we're gonna just wait for it to deliver all of the materials or goodies on the storage of Valia. Because remember, basically the node that you invested in will only be delivered on the storage of the town or city that it is connected with. So you can check if you already got the chicken meat or whatever product you invested with by clicking on town storage or just going here and talking to the storage NPC.
Welcome to Valia.
Okay,
Choose the store.
you can see over here I already got some chicken meat from the FINTO farm. So basically the worker from FINTO farm delivered it to the town or city that that node is connected with. And basically that's it. That's how you get your first ever product from a node. Additional info regarding this one. In case you don't have a value pack, you cannot just do this. Like, you saw me just like clicking on nodes, right? And just investing, even though I'm not going on the node itself. Well, you cannot do that. You cannot just click and invest if you don't have a value pack. So if you don't have a value pack, all you have to do is to go to for example, FINTO farm. That's where you want to invest. Go to FINTO farm and talk to the node manager. You can see that the node manager's got the title like that, so you can just press R.
Have you met my husband? He's the
And you
best
can
cook in
just
Valia.
press the node management, and yeah, from there you can just invest on whatever production node that you want. So that's just the difference if you got a value pack or you don't have a value pack. Basically, that is the end of this tutorial. So thank you so much for watching and listening on the very basic investing on node tutorial. Thank you, and if you have any comments or suggestions, you can message or email me on the following links. And see you next time. Bye bye.